sisters and 2 brothers. My mother had deep Hindu traditions. My mother was a big influence of devotion. I was shy. I was married at age 13. My wife's name was Kasturbai. I had my first son when I was 18. His name was Hafidullah. After that, I had a second son. His name was Manilal. Soon after I had my second son, we moved to Africa. I had very nice education. I went to college in England. When I was in England, I tried to fit in by learning French, learning how to dance, and I bought new clothes. It was hard to be a vegetarian in England because most of the food had meat in it, but I joined the vegetarian club. I finished school in 1891. After I finished law school, I tried my first case, but I was too shy to speak in court. After that, I went to South Africa to work on a case in 1893. I went on a train to Pretoria with a first-class ticket. A European did not like seeing an Indian in first class, so he asked me to move to third class. I didn't want to move, so I was kicked off the train. I tried to get a coach, but I had to sit on the footboard instead. I felt insulted. I went to the Indian community, and I was not afraid about speaking in South Africa. When I was in South Africa, Indians did not have any rights. I wrote articles to tell the Indians about what was happening in South Africa. To help the Indians get their rights, I used Truth Force, a non-violent non-cooperation, which is pretty much not following the unfair rules. I formed together communities by using Truth Force in South Africa. The South African government passed the Indian Relief Act in 1914. I helped the Indians in India fight for their rights too. I used Truth Force. I created farm settlements. The people that lived in them had few possessions. I supported World War I. I thought that Britain would give India their rights if we fought in the war. But instead, Britain passed harder laws. After that, I told workers in factories to stop working for their unfair employers. The law of 1919 made any public meetings illegal, so I called a day of fasting and praying. When doing this, 10 British men were killed. On the 13th, there was a religious holiday. Thousands of people listened to a speaker on a podium. 90 British soldiers in 2 armored cars came and opened fire on the crowd. After that, I encouraged people not to buy things made by the British. I went to jail for breaking lots of laws. I marched across India with many others. Once I went to jail for picking up a piece of salt. I began getting worn down, and I was weak from fasting. I was old after World War II ended. India was freed from British rule August 15th, 1947. Now Hindus and Muslims were fighting. Hindu extremists blamed me for many deaths from fighting and shot me 3 times in the chest. I died. Now for my skit.
Gandhi.